Negative impression used for casting a bronze spearhead. What makes the object even more remarkable is that the stone itself does not come from the Czech lands. According to Antonín Psychistal from the Faculty of Sciences at Masaryk University, the material was brought here from quite a distance.
Ten předmět byl donesen určitě.
The object was definitely brought here. We determined that it is tough, a volcanic rock typical of the Carpathians. The area it most likely comes from is the southeastern slopes of these Big mountains in eastern Hungary.
Pohoří Bík, to je východní Maďarsko.
Experts say transporting such a stone over that distance would have been rather unusual at the time. The mold itself also reveals what kinds of weapons were being produced in the region during the Bronze Age. These types of spearheads, characterized by ribs along the blade and cartilage on the socket, are common in the Carpathian region. It was essentially serial production, as you can see, the mold was used very intensively. Possibly dozens of spearheads were produced. To use the mold, two identical halves would be placed together and secured with copper wire. The mold would then be placed upright and the casting core inserted to create a hollow space inside the spearhead. The wooden shaft of the spear would later be fitted into that hollow. Researchers also analyzed traces left in the stone using a spectrometer to determine the composition of the metal used in casting. The tests detected copper and tin, the two key components of bronze. Warriors of that time carried both offensive and defensive equipment, including shields, protective leg guards known as greaves, and bronze helmets. According to Mr. Salas, they probably looked very similar to the warriors described in Homer's epic. Troy warriors have the same equipment. He even writes that they carried two spears into battle. They always kept one in reserve. When a warrior threw a spear from a distance, he lost it. So he had another one ready. Although the stone itself may not look particularly impressive, it tells an important story. It shows that 3,000 years ago, weapons were already being produced in Moravia on a large scale, using technology that had traveled from far away. That was Ruth Frankova's report. You're listening to Radio Prague International, where it's time for today's main feature. Chocolate and asparagus may not seem like an obvious pairing, yet one Czech chocolate maker has proved they go together. The Prague-based company gold at the International Chocolate Awards for its white chocolate with asparagus, while also taking silver for its classic Misha chocolate. I spoke with its founders Sylvie Steinerová and Petr Kovařík about how this unconventional idea came to life, what the awards mean for them, and how a small Prague venture has grown into an internationally recognized brand. I started it with my friend. He is Irish, also Peter, by the way. And we were searching for a hole in the market, so it was not so vertical as it might seem now. And we found it in souvenirs with the Prague pictures, because in that time, it was 2005, there was this bad habit with all the bad souvenirs from China. So we thought, let's make some really lovely souvenir with Prague motif and with very good chocolate. So that's how it actually started. So we ran like that for several years, and then 2011 I've met with Peter, the one which is here now, and we decided to put together our names, but we wanted to go international. So the brand is actually Steiner and Kovařík, because we would like to have it like that pronounceable for all. And I finished with my business part of the shop and left it to Peter. And I started to be more in products and designs and stuff like that.
So that was how briefly started.
And of course, since 2005, Steiner and Kovarik has become a truly international chocolate brand, award-winning chocolate brand. And we'll definitely talk more about the award-winning products. But first, I wanted to ask about your recent decision to buy a piece of Amazonian jungle in Bolivia to grow your own cocoa. What led you to that, and is the cocoa that different from other regions?
Well, this part of Amazonia, it's unique because it's not destroyed yet. So it's in very original shape. And of course it's different because there is, like in the whole planet Earth, very little places where you can find the natural wild cocoa. And we wanted that. That's why we decided to go here. But it was like a lucky coincidence. We didn't plan to buy a plantation or a piece of jungle in Bolivia. We thought one day it would be lovely to have our own cocoa plantation, and we've met the right people to help us to go on with the business, and that's why it happened actually.
Okay, but it was planned a long time ago, but of course it's not easy to find some place where you start to grow your own cocoa, and the growing of cocoa is very complicated. So for this reason, it's not just too easy to buy some land and to tell we are starting to make it. But because we have been lucky and we met the people, so I was mentioning before, we started to make it.
So can you actually walk us through this journey of your chocolate, from harvesting the cocoa pod all the way to